Hi, this is Dr. Paul Haefner here with you with your Sport Psych in a Minute, your weekly resource for insights and tips into the psychological side of equestrian sport. What better way to talk about a shift in perspective than to make a shift in perspective? I'm talking to you today here, both live for the first time and also from riding far at the Montrose Farm in the Plains, Virginia. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up and you feel pessimistic, you feel overwhelmed, maybe feel a little bit hopeless about what you're faced with, the challenges and the problems of the day? And then maybe the next morning or a day or two later, you wake up and realistically not much has changed. You're still faced with the same problems and the same issues, but you wake up in that morning and you feel optimistic. You're energized. It seems easy to tackle the issues and problems that just a few days ago seemed so overwhelming. Well, the real difference between those two mornings is your perspective. And it's really easy to tell people that perspective is important, and if you shift you can shift your perspective in order to better address and solve your problems. What to do is easy, how to do it is hard. So today what I'd like to leave you with are a couple of tips that can often be helpful in shifting your perspective when you find yourself faced with a challenge. The first is to take a step back. If you're in a situation or you're facing a problem where you find yourself feeling stuck or frustrated, and in that state you're finding it hard to find your way to a solution, you keep trying the same thing over and over again, take some time away. And that time away can be some mental time away, just shifting to another task, focusing on something else for a bit, or it could be taking some physical distance, get yourself out of that situation and get a change of scenery. A second thing you can do to help you shift your perspective, oh, there we go, I had one of those brain farts. A second thing you can do to shift your perspective is to bring something new to the equation. When I get stuck with a horse and I'm working on an issue, or I'm working to develop a new skill, and I find myself stuck, one of the things that's really helpful to me is to look around and borrow perspective from other people. So I might sort through the collection of training videos or books that I have where people address the issues or the problems that I'm trying to tackle. And often with that armament of new ideas, I go back to the problem and it helps me to shift my perspective, bring something new to the equation, and very often moves me out of the stuck spot. The third tip for helping with shifting your perspective is about paying attention to yourself. And what I mean by that is often we get stuck when we are personally depleted. So what I would say is it's really important when we get stuck to take care of ourselves. Maybe that is taking care of ourselves, maybe doing things, simple things like sleeping, eating right, and doing those kinds of exercising, those sorts of self-care activities.